Welcome back to Living Local. Motherhood the Musical is a show about just that, motherhood. And while it may hit home for a lot of women, it also resonates for men as well, as we can relate to what we as men see and hear firsthand from our own mothers and even wives. And joining us in the studio is David Miller, artistic director and co-owner of The Black Box. And joining us via Zoom is Sue Fabisch, writer and author of Motherhood the Musical. Hey, Sue, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, David, for being here as well. So how would you describe Motherhood the Musical?
Well, you know, we have 90 minutes to tell a story of basic motherhood tenets. So Amy's about to have her first child, and the other three moms are like, we're so excited for you, but we have a few pieces of insight that we can give you, because Amy thinks it's all going to be rosy. And the other girls are like, yeah, it's going to be rosy a little bit, but there's also going to be some rocky roads ahead. So they give her kind of a comic.
Sure, I like it. I like it. I like it. So it's a show about women, but why do you think men will enjoy it too, David?
So I think, you know, I'm a father of 3 daughters.
Yeah.
And so anybody that's a father that's involved with their kids will relate to a lot of the topics that we talk about in the show. You know, we've all seen the kids scream for mommy, mommy, you know, throwing temper tantrums, and all these different things that I don't think Amy gets right away, being the new mom in the show.
Sure.
So it's great to watch the other 3 friends around her share those experiences. And like I stated, as a father, you've experienced them. They've been there.
Yeah, I have. I'm a relatively new father, but she's, you know, still 8 and a terror sometimes, so I get it. So tell us about the cast of this show. You have it stacked. I saw the pictures, and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, so Kirsten Cindelier is playing Amy, which is the central character. She's the new mom-to-be. She's about 3 weeks from having the baby when the show starts. And then the surrounding cast around her is Shayna Kuhavi, who plays Barb.
Okay.
We have Emily Hilburn, who plays Tina. And then we have a relative newcomer who hasn't done any shows in the Quad Cities, Lucy Delamini. So it's been a pleasure to work with her and get her involved in the cast. But the really cool thing that I've seen during this show is how the bonding experience between them has happened. Kirsten isn't a mom. The other 3 characters that play moms are mothers.
Yeah.
So sharing those experiences and stuff through the rehearsal process has really brought them close. There's been a lot of bonding, and we see that on the stage, and so it's really special.
And Kirsten's character is Amy,
yes,
the new
correct.
mom. That's probably perfect that she's not one, though, so she doesn't know what to expect. That's great. Yeah. So I always applaud the Black Box for finding these newer shows and these relatively unknown shows and bringing them to the area. So how did you find this one in particular?
Well, I kind of have ADD, so out of boredom, you know, we're a small, intimate theater. We're a 60-seat house. You know, you're 52 inches from the front row to the front of the stage. So I'm always looking for small shows to do and put in our space that fit.
Sure,
so I was Googling, and I came across this show, and I read the synopsis of Motherhood, and I was like, wow, that sounds perfect. And then I listened to a couple of the soundtracks, and that's where I was hooked.
Oh, cool.
The beauty of the music and the lyrics in this show, man, they're going to hook you. It's really good.
Now, I understand we've lost Sue on Zoom, so we don't have her. But how did you get in touch with her? And did she write the music, the book, everything? Like,
Yep.
is she?
I got in touch with her. Actually, it was back in 2019. I was trying to get a quote for what it was going to cost for us to do the show.
Yeah.
So I went to the licensing site. I couldn't get any information back, so I went to their Facebook page. And so I messaged about getting where I could get the license information, and somebody started responding to me. And then as we talked a little more, this person really had a really good knowledge of this show. And sure enough, I finally asked, is this Sue? And she said yes, and from there we've been talking back and
that's
forth.
So cool.
Just nice to be able to put this show on.
So for those that don't know where the Black Box is, where are you located, and when can people see the show?
So the show will run November 3rd through the 12th. We're located in downtown Moline, 1623 Fifth Avenue, straight across from the Syndicate, the new hotel that's downtown. Shows are Thursday through Sunday. Sundays at 2, Thursday through Saturday at 7:30.
And it's a fantastic place. I love seeing shows there. Ride the Cyclone was so much fun. Now, do you feel there's a need for more shows like Motherhood? I mean, it's so cool that it's relatively unknown, and hopefully people get out to it. But what is it about it that you think is important?
Just for this show in particular, the overall look of all the things that moms do. that
Yeah.
you know maybe aren't appreciated or understood. It really does a good job of touching all of that. And you know, kudos to all the moms out there, because it's you guys are amazing.
That's cool. Is there a certain message that the show has for people that they can walk away with, I guess?
The way I look at it towards the end of the show, it's, you know, hug your kids. When you blink, they're going to be grown up, and then they're off to their next journey. So, you know, take your
Yeah.
time, enjoy, be a part of while
Yeah.
you can, and put that influence.
Well, David, thanks so much for being here, man. This
Thank
is so
you.
great to have you, and I hope everyone goes to see the show. For more information, showtimes, and tickets, go to blackboxtheater.com, theblackboxtheater.com. We'll have all those details posted on ourquadcities.com.